Note: this is a sequel to my creation myth video, and to a lesser extent the video on the Sayardins as a whole. Both will be linked in the description. In the countless times ago, before the giants and before mortals, the greatest of the Sayardin, the gods, ascended. They left this realm of the material and entered their own halls of Telor Elind, Godhome. There, the 8 prime gods ruled as sovereigns, alongside their children and subjects, the countless other gods which were born in the unfathomable time since they were made from Toric's essence. At least, that's what the legends say. The prime gods of the central Teloran religion, the Alor conglomerate, are the results of millennia of stories, ideas, reformations, changes and wars, each century subtly tweaking and changing the Alor pantheon until we have the 8 prime gods today. While each one are considered separate beings, theologians and believers of the Alor conglomerate gods agree that they are all bound with each other by the same cosmic threads, the threads known as fate and destiny. This means that they cannot be undone, cannot be separated or categorized as gods of the sea, the sky, etc., etc. Rather, they are all fragments of the same whole, branches of the same tree, that tree being Toric. No matter what, all gods trace their lineage back to Toric, hence his title as the Father or the Lord God. So, let's discuss the Alor conglomerate and some of the prime gods, the main gods of said conglomerate. The Alor conglomerate is named so as it is the amalgamation of many different smaller religions and belief systems intersecting and combining over time. It is a hodgepodge mess of different gods, beliefs and stories, most not even sourced from the original Aloran priests. Little is known of the original Aloran priests, only that they made their temples along the coast of Taramir. However, they are known to have united the varying beliefs of Taramir and the west coast of Telor, creating the Alor conglomerate, and hence why it is named after them. The believers of Alor and their traditions shall be discussed another time, though they'll be covered briefly here. The Alorans burn the dead in funerals based on the relation of the attenders to deceased, with the closest friends and immediate family sitting in the rows closest to the pyre, with extended family and acquaintances further towards the outer rungs of the temple. The Aloran temples themselves are not standardized and can be made of any materials available. However, it is considered good luck to build them in octagonal shape with 8 sides, each side to represent a different prime god. They can be as lavish and large or as small and functional as needed. Alorans hold no belief in prayer or religious gatherings, rather thinking their actions and true intentions to call upon the gods for guidance and good fortune. Temples are more used as meeting places and buildings held for festivals and celebrations. The same goes for funerals. They are much less used for mourning the individual as for celebrating their deeds, good character and skills, where stories of them from life are told to all attending. Now, let's cover some of the prime gods, the current lords of Telor, or at least according to the Aloran beliefs. The Alorans segregate their religious figures, spirits and gods based on the seasons. Since there are 2 months per season in the Teloran calendar, each season gets 2 gods, one for each month. The gods which have their own season and are known as prime gods. Think of them like the Olympians of Greek mythology, with a load of smaller gods running about. Alongside these prime gods, the 8 of which make up the 8-month year, are various spirits, heroes and minor godlings associated with that season. Let's begin with spring. The first month, Hell-Din, is named after the god Hellahorn. He is the harvest, the feast and the flowing mead. He which is the hunt, the strategic mind of war, and the whispering song throughout the forest. Hellahorn is the god of hunting, the harvest, food, music, prosperity, and nature, with minor war god associations. Due to his vast collection of domains, he is one of the most important gods to the Aloran faith, though is not the chieftain of the gods. That title goes to Toric. Hellahorn is oft depicted as a grey-skinned man, garbed in the cloak of spring, a common item of clothing amongst gods and spirits related to spring. His antlers represent the nature and war side of him, while his goat eyes are meant to show his wisdom. Hellahorn's symbol is a pair of golden antlers or horns, depending on the region. He is believed to have originally been a Gilbelow god of the harvest, a culture inhabiting the foothills of Taramir. He was originally seen as a cloven satyr man, forever playing his whistling tune in the pipes of Yorn, another Gilbelow musical instrument. These details are only discerned from rock art, so his figure's name is unknown. The Hellahorn priests are suspected to have taken this Gilbelow spirit and combined it with their ideas of the harvest and nature being two sides of the same coin. Hence, Hellahorn was born, alongside some Druidic and some Fëanori spirits mixed in along the way. However, this single god has fractured in recent years, having become his epithets, a fancy word for different versions of the same god. Hellahorn of the Pipes is an epithet known to represent his musical aspects, and is thought to be closest to his original Gilbelow form. Hellahorn of the Harp accentuates his harvest aspects, while Hellahorn of the Wise Tidings comes from taking his role as patriarch of the gods, alongside his wisdom aspects, to the extreme, creating a lord figure in the current pantheon. These epithets are meant to reconcile the conflicting domains of Hellahorn, like music and war, food and nature, and so on and so forth. Hellahorn's role in myths, stories, and as a single character as a whole is hazy at best. Due to the sheer number of stories about him, each one paints a different picture of this god. In some, he's a wise patriarch, which the other gods go to for guidance and counsel. In some, he's a poet, and an artist, and a muse for all of his students. In others, he is a furious protector of the forest, or a guardian of the house and home. His personality can be described in opposites. He's a protector of civilization and the harvest, whilst also protecting the wild and nature. He is a leader and a stoic lord, while being a poetic comedian, a wise philosopher, while being a general of war. At the end of the day, Hellahorn is an incredibly important god to the Aloran faith, and all find comfort in his worship. The next month, Telandin is heralded by the god Telanir. They are the road, the path, and the journey forever on the horizon. They embody many aspects of civilization, both good and bad. They are the clink of coin and luxurious silks, the scheming of banditry and crime. Telanir is a morally neutral god, and is much more defined in their personality than most other Aloran gods, born from millennia of trading, mixing, and stories. They are a trickster figure, causing chaos and harmless mischief wherever they go. Yet they are also a guiding hand for any who travel the path of the wild, the road through the rough boulders of the borderlands to the serene fields of West Dorinia. Telor is very much like the Hermes, or Loki, of the Aloran pantheon, the giver of boons and gifts to heroes, while lurking in the dark, with his compass ever swinging left to right, like a pendulum. They have no defined symbol or herald, rather being known for their forever cloaked appearance and glowing yellow eyes. However, a copper-brown strip along a green field, meant to represent the road, is a common way of portraying Telanir. Their exact anthropological origins, gender, identity, and parents are unknown. However, Telanir can be compared to the dwarven god of roads and tunnels, Dagamar. Both gods are cloaked, bear yellow eyes, and are gods of the journey, though the connections fall apart after those few. However, the Fëanori, firm believers of the Aloran faith, are known to have traded extensively with the dwarves until the fall of Iridea, so perhaps Telanir is influenced by Dagamar in some ways. All that is known is that Telanir is the laugh in the tanner and the tavern, the winding road, the call to adventure, and the knife in the dark. Those two are the prime gods of spring, each for the months of Heldin and Telandin. However, the spirits and heroes of spring are just as well known as their gods. The first spirits we will cover are the Okiri. Okiri are said to be small, playful spirits known to hide in pools of water, rocks, trees, and other such things. In their true form, they look like little humanoid figures cloaked in green, fresh leaves, and with little charms and necklaces of pebbles and twigs. Their exact existence is dubious at best, though every good Hellahorn mother knows to leave out a bowl of fresh fruit at the end of Hell Din for the Okiri, lest they break into the pantry and take their fill. Our next spirit, Avantur, is not a full race of beings, but is imagined to be a single, malevolent entity. She is said to be leftovers from the frost and biting winds of winter. Avantur has been cited several times, and signs of her pestilence upon crops and wooden structures has led theologians to agree that if Avantur herself is not real, then some magically imbued creature has inspired her and has remained uncaptured to this day. She is Blight, the embodiment of the fear of winter, and the dark spirits trying to make their way into your home, and when spring comes around again, all she wants to do is to continue feeding on that fear, so she goes around and rots wood and plant alike. She is said to be a ghostly pale, emaciated figure, dressed in a tattered shroud, with a wicked grin and black teeth. Another singular spirit of spring is Reldir, and is much cheerier than Avantur to be sure. Reldir is a keeper of the hearth and home, a protector against whatever winter left over, again, such as Avantur. He is depicted as a huge, jovial man with a pint of ale in one hand and sometimes a plough in the other. Reldir is he who leaves sugar bread and honey under the fire if the children have been good, and who ploughs the fields and fills the pantry if the family have been virtuous. Reldir is also said to be in good acquaintances with Telor, and often calls a favour from the god to cause, how will I say it? Ah yes, some mischief to a callous or arrogant person, the exact person Reldir dislikes. Such mischief can include anything from stepping in some dog droppings when there are no dogs in the village, to a mysterious thief that you can never catch keep emptying the pantry of the person's favourite food just when they need it. Hopefully, these figures give an idea of the spirits, gods, and ideals of spring, which the Hellahorn conglomerate holds. This will likely be my last video before Christmas, if I haven't been too lazy, and I'll start back up again after the new year. I hope you have a Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah, or whatever you do this time of year, if anything, wherever you are. Oh, and Happy New Year. Cheers!